I'm gonna just start this fresh for the VOD. Hey guys, thanks for watching. This is Home, a unique horror adventure by Benjamin Rivers. I have no idea what this is. I saw it was in my library, saw that it was horror related, figured, hey, it's spoopy month. It's time for some spoopness. So let's get on with the spoop. Your game will be saved automatically at certain points. However, we recommend you put aside an hour and a half and complete Home in a single sitting, which I plan to do. Turn up the sound. Turn off the lights. I can't turn off the sun, but I can get the lights off. We just whack the mic that's not on. Get that. Ugh. This probably isn't going to get the full effect. Just, we really got to get blinds for that window. Or, well, not blinds, a curtain for that window. Alright. This is as dark and spoopy as we're going to get. So dark and spoopy. Alright. All I remembered at that point was finding myself alone. Oh my head. Where was I? It was so dark. There was something by my feet. A flashlight. Alright. Oh, it's arrow keys. Okay. Hopefully we don't need the mouse. That house. Where was I? Hello? There was a body lying on the floor. Who was it? No, come back, cat. Come back. Where did the cat go? Cat? Cat. Desk had a computer and some papers on it. A single drawer. I didn't want to snoop. Did I open the drawer? Nah. Maybe it was better that I left the desk alone. Blood on the wall. It smelled fresh and sickening. I realized there was blood on my shoes and pants. I had to get out of here. Alright, let's snoop. Seats, pins, and a blurry photo looked like a store of some kind. Why did this look so familiar? Because it was the store you murdered the man at. I noticed that I limped as I moved down the stairs. How did I hurt my leg, I wondered. All I could really recall was coming home, seeing Rachel. And she was all like, "You never take out the trash." So I bludgeoned her after we went to the store. I was upset. She looked afraid. I shook my head and tried to clear it. I knew I should head downstairs and try to find a way out. Alright. A thin gray mouse was stuck in a trap. It looked frantic but exhausted. Did I free it? No. Should end it. Put it in the trash. Collection of rusty tools. These look like they'd seen a lot of use. And were caked in damp smelling dirt. Why weren't they in the shed? That's a good question. Found a picture of a couple. It looked like it had been moved to the lock. There seemed to be a switch behind it. Did I push the switch? Yeah, boy. It pressed smoothly into the wall. I heard a faraway click somewhere. I'm sure that'll come in handy later. Shelf was full of books of local history and hunting. It seemed like the owner of the house really knew the area. You're the owner. Probably. I don't like that sound. Old dining table covered in dirty dishes for 2 people. There were dozens of beer cans and other liquor bottles among them. Something smell was turning my stomach, or churning it. A black and white photo looked like the man upstairs and his wife. I guess there was no reason for me to keep this. Did I take it? There was no reason for me to keep this. Do I take it? No. Figured there was no help to me, so I left it behind. Looked like hell. My clothes were dirty and torn, and there was mud caked all over my shoes. If you're wondering why I'm not just taking everything, apparently the game plays differently based off the synopsis that I read. It plays differently based off of what you do in the game. Ooh, so dark, so spook. So I'm just gonna make choices that I feel like, I don't know, the character's kind of guiding me towards. The bathroom was incredibly clean. Every surface had been thoroughly wiped, and nothing seemed out of place. Except for this. There was a photo development tray lying on the floor. Some leftover negatives were sticking out, but they were pretty blurry. Thought I saw what looked like treetops. Cool. Front door was blocked by a pile of furniture. I knew I had to find another way out. Doors taped up, seemed to be stuck by the smell. I guess it led to the kitchen. Switch in the wall appeared to have unlocked this door. Alright. Box looked heavy, but there was marks on the floor. It had obviously been moved before. I found a way out. Must have moved it, right? Yeah. I heaved the box forward and finally gave. Alright. There was a ladder going underground where the box was. A dank smell rose from the passage. Did I climb down the ladder? Yes. My leg hurt like hell as I climbed down the ladder. The tunnel below was even darker, and the smell wasn't getting any better. But I had to get out of there and find my way home. It was the man. Footprints in the dirt. Looked like more than one kind, and a lot of traffic. Places all over were marked on the old map of town. The industrial area near the river, various houses, and even the water tower near the old rail station. Newspaper clippings from the local paper. They were all about murders in town over the last few years. Wait. There were photos. Photos of our house. What the hell was that about? Maybe I should have looked around more. Tried to find some kind of information. Work table covered in papers, dirt, and a handgun. I hated guns. I didn't take it, did I? You know what? On the one hand, okay. Guy hates guns. It's also not his gun. Meta thinking, there's probably going to be a need for it later, or it would incriminate us. I don't think the game's going to trap us in a situation where we need the gun. This guy doesn't seem to want to take the gun. If I just found a random gun in a basement, I mean, honestly, in a basement full of, like, murder shit, and then, like, I don't know. I don't know exactly what I would do. But I'm going to say this guy doesn't take it. Alright. It was so dark down there, and the air smelled stale and putrid. I couldn't believe what I saw. What was this place? The desk looked old and was caked with grime. On it was a stack of old faded paper, covered with what looked like names. They were scratched out, and illegible notes were written beside them in faded blue ink. I could only make out a few letters. Yeah, none of it made any sense to me. It looked to be bones, half dug into the ground, and with the remains, who put them here? Could it have been you? And then you took a blow to the head and forgot everything. Some kind of homemade rack. Slung together with poorly cut wood and rope, it was clearly caked with old blood. Somebody didn't actually use that, did they? Of course they did. Just look. Oh, I could be looking up this entire time for stuff. Hold on. No. I thought maybe the nooses would have some sort of info, but no. Those are hooks like the kind you find in a butcher hung from the ceiling. They looked pitted and worn from heavy use. That man upstairs. Did he do this? Did he do it? I don't know. Crudely made shelves. They looked like they were holding cans of some kind of corrosive. Labels were worn and slick, but I could still see the warnings. Looked like a cage. It was small, but there was something coating the bottom. Something wet. Probably blood. It's a murder basement. Some kind of old boxes. They looked like they were years old. Wait a minute. These boxes had old clothes. Clothes I remembered throwing out after Rachel and I moved to town. What the hell were they doing out down here? It's almost like I didn't throw them out, and instead I put them into my murder basement, because it's me all along. Bats. Bats. Get out of here, bats. I remember noticing the broken ladder. I had to be careful. Sorry. Don't remember if I jumped down there or found another way. It looked to be a long way. Did I jump down? Yeah. Oh man, my leg hurt. I was limping even worse than before. I could hear some sort of faint humming noise up ahead. So wait, can I go back up the ladder? Okay, I can't. Something's getting louder. A bunch of old newspapers. Wheat pasted together. I'm awake. I might should have been hastily smeared on it. Keep out. Danger due to cave in. Ah, it's fine. Hello? That's a different door. Jump really aggravated my leg. It hurt more than ever. Those tunnels, though. What was that man upstairs up to? What was he doing there? As I peered past the heavy metal door and into the gloom, I started to second guess myself. Maybe I should have taken that gun I had found. Dude. An exposed ventilation shaft. Maybe someone crawled through there. But it was so high up that it must have been Okay. There was dirt on the ground, it looked wet, and there was grass smeared within it. The arrow says to go this way. I hear a faint trickling sound like water. What was that? Maybe it was water. I mean, that says exit. I don't need no answers. It's a rusty ladder sunk into the water, which smelled disgusting. I knew I couldn't climb down that. Maybe I could find a way to drain the putrid water. Okay, so that's probably what we gotta do. Hey, darling. Kitchen knife covered in dying blood. Thinking about it made me sick. Didn't even want to touch it. Did I take the knife? Yes. You take it because you didn't take the gun, and now you're wanting a weapon. You dang fool. Trying to give me a jump scare. Door's locked. It's a steam pipe. Or whatever that is. Wasn't sure, but I thought it was some kind of regulator. I didn't know how it did. Thought I could turn this water valve to shut off its flow. Did I turn it? Yes. Let's just go. Just go to the exit. you're locked. Yep. I'm gonna need to shut off all of them. No. Okay. Water flow's turned off. I'm sure nothing bad's gonna happen now. Everything's gonna be fine. The heck? Maybe now I can use the console. That's it. Okay, so I turned all the water flow off. Door's locked. I'm a bit confused. Do I need to go back? Guess I gotta go back. So now I won't be pumping water, but I need to actually drain the water. It's a mess of filthy garbage bags. The rips and tear on most of the bags. What looked like an old videotape was sticking out. Did I take the tape? Yeah. Not sure what I have to discover with the tape, but I took it anyways. Is that it? Okay, so we came through the vent. Snap our leg. Okay. Is the game broken or something? I turned the valves. I've gone all the way to the right. That door's locked. Is it still locked? Oh wait, maybe we can play the videotape at the console? No. What? Yeah. Did I not do that before? There we go. Yeah, that must have been what happened. Alright, back to the exit. Okay, maybe I need to do that with one of the other valves. I guess I should have checked. Or maybe I can use the console now. Nope. Okay. Now we know to check for the audio cues. And to just basically check it. Okay. All the water flows off. now to the exit. Door's still locked. Door's still locked. What, Motzi? I'm playing again, Motzi. It's a spooky game. Yes. Probably opens that door upstairs. Let's go check it out. Mochi, help me get scoops. I guess it's up to the door. A little weird that they had a locked door and then they put a key in the next area. It's not to the door. It's fine. Safety poster. I've definitely seen better days. How old was that facility? Door was locked. Can see a faint light. Oh. Found another dead body, a sewer worker. By the wounds all over his face and body, I figured he'd been stabbed repeatedly. There was a key ring sticking out of his pocket. Yeah. What about the knife I found with some disgust? So carefully picked up the keys from his pocket. I was almost worried he was going to grab me. There was a security camera in the room. There must have been a way to see what happened. Maybe this VHS tip I found would be useful. Alright, so use the keyring. Shelf full of security tapes was strictly organized, though covered in dust. Looked like the 10 I found was the only one missing from the shelf. There's a dusty VCR on the security desk. I wonder what was on the VHS tape. Play the tape. Yes.
Another
So it was probably us and another guy. Watch, he's gonna pop up like right after I go through this. There we go. We're gonna go upstairs one last time. See if we can get through that locked door now that we got this key ring. Because it's a key ring, it's not just a single key, you know. Alright. The Geiger counter is going off. Sorry, I'm not reading. I couldn't be sure, but I thought some of these articles pasted up on the back. Paid a receipt was half travel all the floor. It was from the local train station. It was for 2 tickets. Didn't know what use it could be, but I knew it full of it. Slipped in there. Okay. Get spooked. Saw nothing. That's how we got in. Alright. Who was it I didn't want to miss? Was it the same person that hid all the newspaper clippings away in the locked room? Part of me almost wished I would never find out. As I reached the top of the ladder, I found a latch above me and tactlessly popped it open. Suddenly, I caught the unexpected dank scent of pine trees. Okay, so that must be the way we came out. jump off. Continue going up. Is this the water tower we found earlier? In a patch of smeared dirt and grass, there was a beat-up old wallet. Thought it was mine. Did I take it? Yes. Thought I should recover my credit card and driver's license at least. Had I come through here before? If I did, someone definitely could have seen me. Yeah. Probably. Alright. Tried the little key I had fished out of the murky bottle in the sewer. It fit. And I heard he opened the door. I was picking up a bit. The night air had become strangely chilly. We're on the other side of the fence. The train station was quiet as a tomb. The only sound that was increasing was the wind property and destruction. Old ticket booth that looked fairly ruined. Inside the ticket window were sheets of paper and wait. What were these? Train receipts? I thought the receipt I had picked up might match these, but of course not. The station had been closed for years. I think it must have been for the newest station that opened up on the other side of town after this one was abandoned. However, I noticed a series of fresher looking paper covered in tiny notes, scribbles, and diagrams. Achievement unlocked, escape route. Not sure if that popped up or not for you guys, but popped up on my screen. An old map encased in glass hung on the wall. It's the train routes connected to the old station. As I looked at it, it seemed familiar. Of course, the map I found in those towns had similar locations marked. And the notes I found on the other man's bookshelf. His notes mentioned the water tower, and even this train yard. What was he doing coming back here? Was he taking the tunnels to get to the murder spots? Also, I'm still pretty sure it was this guy. In the torn opening of that ruined train were heaps of dirt and stale water. At the bottom, I thought I saw a scrap of cloth. A little closer, I could see that it was definitely some kind of nylon. Maybe a windbreaker or some sort of outdoor clothing. There was too much of a mess on the ground to see any kind of footprints, but someone or something had definitely trod a regular path. I can't go any further. Guess we gotta go back. Did I miss something? Cats. Okay. I don't know what we're doing. We can't go on this way. Guess we gotta go back. Must have been the entrance to the forest that was mentioned on the map I've seen. Whoever was poking around in those tunnels underneath the men's house had scribbled notes on this place, but I couldn't make them out. Here, the sign pointed out various campsites and walking paths within the woods and mentioned a river and maybe a washroom, but the rest was too vague to see clearly. Oh, we're going through the bush. Yeah, with a plastic card of some kind, brushed off, and I was surprised to see it was my credit card. I wasn't sure if I was still visible, but it was mine. Did I take it back? Yeah, pocketed the credit card. Hopefully I can find my driver's license too. To the fence, I could see a dilapidated outbuilding. I wondered if I could find my way around. Okay. Just that. Oh, fuck. It's a fire pit. It's still a bit warm and few embers still burned at the bottom. Two folding camping chairs. One was knocked over. There were a couple of cans. Just stood on the ground. Cheap dome tents. Slept two people. I showed my flashlight inside and could see some bedrolls, 2 backpacks, and a cooler. Hello? No. Don't look. Okay. Sounds the same as the first one I had seen. This must have been the exit to the other side of the woods. Finally found the exit. Once I left, I knew I never wanted to return there. Finding that campsite had been strangely unsettling. Couldn't imagine why anyone would abandon their site in the middle of the night, especially in the dark forest. I was relieved at least to finally be out of there, even though now as I peered through the dense trees I could see cracks of light and a bit of land beyond. Must have been getting closer to town, but where exactly was I? After the gate, I suddenly recognized the auto parts factory where I had worked as a machinist for all those years. And it closed almost 3 years ago now. Times were better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind. Probably not, but we're gonna fucking go. We're just gonna go. Gotta get the power on. Every part of this plant smelled old and rotted. I noticed the old bulletin board on the wall. It contained yellow clippings and newspaper cartoons and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. One of them was to Norman, who was one of the older guys on the line. Yes. Probably check the other thing. Rusty looking card slide on the side. Okay. Yeah, this wasn't. There we go. Glad we had to deal with that sewer thing earlier so we know. Our old break table. A layer of dust and grime only made seeing the sting more. It's gotten dark in here. this the same floor from before? Yeah, it is. Weird. I thought I took a different way, but I guess not. So, stairs. Okay, so that looks like going downstairs. That's why I got confused. Up again. Hello. This was Norman's locker. Door was dented like someone punched it. I don't remember him doing that when we worked there. Utility shelf crammed with mismatched tools. Sometimes there was a claw hammer on the shelf. Yeah. Took the hammer. I noticed it wasn't as dusty as the rest of the tools on the shelf. There was a complete mess. Hidden at the bottom, though, was a magnetic card. Did I take the card? Yes. We'll need that to get into the room downstairs. Another panel. Yes. And yes. And yes. Yes. And yes. Alright, that should be all the panels. We just gotta get back to that main thing, get out of here, but we do got the key card now, so let's check out that door. Yes. Some kind of ventilation hatch here. It looked like I could jump in the room below. I didn't want to damage my lawnmower. Yeah. Oh no. Where are we? Drowned at the darkened trees and damp hard-packed dirt outside the factory walls. I wasn't entirely familiar with them, but for some reason I felt a hint of regret and I lived in that place, but I knew I had to get home to Rachel. Thought I'd try to make it back home to the main road and find my way from there. So I probably didn't need to do that. I hear you, and I'm not going to stop to look behind. Just going to keep going. The second I stop, is when stuff goes down. Just got to keep going. Garbage man was discussing massive rotten food and slowly I saw a thin greenish corner poking from one of the bags. It was my driver's license. Yes. Tuck the card into my wallet next to my credit card. Alright. Sounded like it was going to start raining again. I'd entered Norman's place. Why? This was the back of the store that he ran. Solidly quiet. I just hit space before I could read anything. So the front of the store was locked from the inside. It looked like I couldn't just pop it up and I needed a key. There was a bit of blood on the keyhole. Cool. Someone's up here. Prepare to get spooked. Norman! Friends out in this town laid dead inside him. I'm sure his face and shirt were covered in blood. It looked like he had been stabbed or something trying to get up. Norman deserved better than this. I closed his eyes. Yeah. I'm sure if I wanted to give him peace or if I just couldn't stand to think more about what was going on. Quickly I closed his eyes. I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there were water rings. 2 cups still in wood. In case your trash bin smelled fresh. I didn't dig through that mess, did I? Yeah, you did. A hairpin amongst rotting food and trash. We might be able to use that to lockpick the door. was a large cardboard box that hadn't been sealed. Inside the old cardboard box was a pile of clothes, photos, and even shoes. As I looked closer, I realized they were Rachel's. What were you doing here, Rachel? Were you responsible for poor Norman downstairs? Or maybe perhaps you found out that Norman was like cheating with your wife and like he killed him? And then got caught by this other guy that was planning on killing him? I don't know. Something weird's going on here. Entirely surprised to find it was there. It was one of Rachel's old fall clothes. I always wondered what happened to it. How long had it been there? There was a well-maintained gun cabinet, and I didn't know how much, but it looked like he kept a few hunting rifles. Grab one. Grab one. I know it's been like 40 minutes and nothing has happened yet, but something is going to happen. Yeah, okay. So, I'm sorry about that. Joan's door was small, but it was clean. It had the usual things, list of things here. I never went there much. Rachel usually stopped by after work if we needed anything, if you know what I mean. Okay. Various postcards. Old black and white photo of the water tower. It looked to be in much better shape then. That night continued to take a horrible turn after a horrible turn. It had been weeks since I last seen Norman, but to find him like that. Who could have done that to him? Me? Seeing that dusty box of old clothes was a shock. How long had they been there? And what was Rachel doing at Norman's place? All these questions and more shall be answered. Oh, I wish I could go up. It's time to find out this is true. It was locked. This wasn't the right gate. Okay, it was locked tight. This wasn't my house. Oh, are we almost at our house? Oh, here we go. Here we go, boy. It was locked tight. This wasn't my house. There was a local post box. Letter was sticking out, and it was someone I pushed all the way in. I knew it wasn't right, but take a look at the letter. No. Are we almost done? I think almost done. I had entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through my clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid. I held my breath. As I approached our back door, I was terrified to step inside. The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. Flicked the light switch by the door. Power was out. I remembered having breakfast here on this very table. I'm gonna turn the sound down. For you guys, at the very least, so you can hear me. Was that yesterday or sometime before? Door to the basement, it was locked. Where had I put the damned key? There's a small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mail slot. How long had I been away? Why hadn't Retro picked this up? Most of the contents were bills. It's a credit card bill. Did I open it? Yes. Board, my surprise said something about canceling my credit card due to non-payment. What the hell? The door was locked from the inside. I couldn't go with those. Rachel was still here. Rachel. I found the last missing piece from my wallet. The old photo of Rachel and I stared back at me, reminding me of my better times. It didn't make me feel terribly comfortable. Keep it anyways. Yes. Stolen identity achievement unlocked, and it does not show up on stream. Our television. I had purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterwards. But then it was too late. The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle. Good job. So there were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey now. Hey, now that I looked more closely, it looked like the man in the house had some of the same books I did. My wife's, Rachel's suitcase was sitting on the bed. It was closed, but I had a feeling what was in it. To open it. Inside Rachel's suitcase were a few days' worth of clothes, some personal effects, and a train ticket. As I stared at the ticket, I could feel myself flush with anger and resentment. The date and time matched the receipt I had found. I'm gonna turn the game volume down a bit more. Because holy crap, is that loud. Alright. Our hallway mirror had been smashed. Its pieces scattered around the floor. Richo! The sink, which needed to be replaced, one of the taps always stuck. But I hadn't gotten around to fixing it. Richo! We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old claw-footed bathtubs. Rachel. My laptop had been left on and only had a tiny bit of power left. On the screen was a website about the old water tower. There was a key in the top drawer of my desk. Did I take it? Yes. Pocketed the key. Alright, so that should be the key to the basement. Unlock the basement door. Or old Christmas decorations in the box. Garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. There was a dirty old key here. Yes. Took the small key and tried to remember what it unlocked. There were old clothes, tools, and things we purely hadn't thrown out yet. Put up this divider wall last summer so we could create a separate room in the basement. I hadn't finished it yet, so the door was stuck and the drywall was poorly installed. I might have been able to break through if I found something heavy enough. Like an axe. Or a hammer. I checked all the rooms. She ain't here, bro. She ain't here. Oh my god. Maybe I missed something in the basement. Okay, so when it's something that I can like interact with, I gotta find something. Maybe now that I've seen it and unlocked that. Oh, this door was locked. Looked like the room had been tossed around. The furniture was a mess. Did somebody break in here? It was me. There was an old crowbar on the floor. Yes, we can use that in the basement. Is that all that was in here? That's all that was in here. Alright. We're gonna turn it down one more time. Yes. Stepped through the broken wall, my breath caught in my throat. This was it. Was Rachel down there? Was she okay? Don't look. Well, we have to this time. Filthy looking pile of rags spit up to the corner. The stench of them was awful and made my eyes water. Terrified to even touch the pile to see what was labeled, but I knew I had come this far. After all this searching, after all this scene, when I looked at the rags, did I finally find my Rachel? When I looked within the rags, did I finally find my Rachel? So, do I get to choose if it's Rachel or not? Because I don't want it to be Rachel. The rags were wet, matted, covered in dirt and grime, but inside that tattered mess was no sign of my beloved wife. Rachel wasn't there. I hit no, by the way. I looked around in confusion, trying to figure out what to do next. If she wasn't there, where was she? When I've been searching this, I remembered the look on Rachel's face when I come home. Didn't I? Then the awful realization hit me right in the gut. I'd been looking at this the wrong way, hadn't I? This is what you've been trying to tell me all along, isn't it? I couldn't find Rachel there, and I won't find her anywhere else, because she was never there at all, was she? I stumbled back upstairs, the pain in my leg just a dull ache now, and sat down in my bedroom. My mind was spinning, and the ache I felt was near crippling. Finally, I could no longer fight the exhaustion, and as I tried to grab hold of something that would make sense of all of this, I must have drifted off. I should have said yes. I mean, all the evidence up to this point tied this person here, then now out of the blue, oh, this person didn't exist. There is no foreshadowing into this happening. It's a little lame. I chose the lame ending. Oh no. Maybe we can go out of the house now, though. Was I going to leave? I had to at least get some answers first. Addressed to me, Bill's cards, they were all addressed to me. I'll go back down until I've gone over everything I need to make sure I was perfectly clear. Okay. Didn't know by picking to not see my potentially dead wife that the escape code used an 8-digit code. What was that damn code again? 111111111. Okay, I'm sure there's a piece of paper around here that has the code. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, if I had known what the ending was going to be. I would have... Oh, I wonder if I had chosen to see that it was her, if they would still be like, is she real? It's the key card I found in the factory, the one that allowed me to slip through that door. Seemed to me that it was probably Norman's. What was he doing back at the plant? Did I think Norman was going back to the factory? Did I think Norman was going back to the factory? Okay, so why would Norman be going back to the factory? Someone had to go and beat up on his thing. But I don't think that was him. I think that was us. So I'm going to go with no. Someone was going through this locker, sure. But I don't think it was Norman. maybe we are Rachel. Split personalities. My wallet with this gun. Either I dropped that stuff or somebody else did. Maybe I was sleepwalking again, or maybe somebody stole it from me. Norman's store, that forest, the water tower. Was I at those places before? Yes, obviously. I didn't see how it could have happened any other way. I must have been the one to lose my wallet and its contents. But what does that mean? It means you killed Norman. Gotta be something downstairs for the code. It seemed like I had seen all there was. Maybe I thought I was ready to go back in the basement. But okay, maybe the basement has the code. Maybe there wouldn't be anything for me to find. But I had to take at least a look. Was it just the knife? It was just the knife? Yes. Since I had arrived in town, things had been difficult. Working in the plant, though, had been good for me. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that's when I started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours at a time. Drinking was probably just a way to deal with that. It was almost as if I was trying to beat my brain at its own game. Things stopped making sense from some time after that, and my memories of what happened are still in flux. I suppose that was when Rachel came along. This night had been the worst of my entire life. Would it even be possible to bounce back from everything that had happened? Everything I had seen? You know, in a way, I almost wish I hadn't even woken up tonight. It would have spared me a lot of pain. For starters, the man I found in that old place who had killed him, why was I even there? After making it out of those tunnels, I thought the sewers might feel safer. I was wrong. Security tape I watched showed someone being attacked by what looked like two people. But who was it that was being attacked? What had I been doing at Norman's place or even in that old forest? Didn't look good, that was for sure. Had I been responsible for what happened there? What do you think? Was I guilty or was I just mad? I mean, you're both. At least the Norman wasn't the one going back through the old plant, but who was? Do you think it was me? Yes. Is there something there you didn't want me to see? Didn't want us to discuss? I had to catch my breath. Take it all in. Each point until the factory, things had only gotten worse. But then going to Norman's store, that's where the confusion and doubt started to set in. That's when my perspective of all this really started to change. Norman was dead, but I had no idea what happened to him, or what that box of clothes I had found in his attic meant. Did he know? But as painful as all of that was, oh no, I couldn't bear to think about it again. After all I had seen and done finally coming home, I was supposed to end this entire ordeal. I had no idea, though, that it was only the beginning. The silence of the house when I first stepped through the door. That should have been my first clue. To think that I went through all of that, completely unaware of what I would discover. Did you know before the end? Nah, because there was no foreshadowing. Did you mock me when you finally showed me the truth? You don't know what it's like to have everything ripped away from you in a heartbeat. How could I possibly go on now knowing what I do? Without Rachel, even the thought of Rachel, I was truly lost. As the door sprung open, I could smell damp grass and the closeness of the air. After everything, it felt like I had more questions than answers. You made me see the truth, I'll give you that, but now I was completely lost. He took away the only thing that had kept me going. I was sure word would get out, and soon enough the police would come looking for me. What then? Would you be there to show me the way? What will I do then? I do not know the way. Hey! Alright. Probably not the best ending, but it is an ending. And it was alright. It was good. It was a good game. A lot of people worked on this. So that was Home. That was Home. Home is dedicated to my wife, Nancy. Watch your back. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, we're going to play some more spoopy games this week. Okay. Let me do this real. If I do a new scene, it's gonna change it. Okay. Well, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Home. We're gonna play some more spooky games this week, and there will be a collection called Halloween 2019. And yeah, or at least we're gonna play Halloween themed stuff. We'll probably play some spooky stuff, but yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.